Hey guys, good morning. It is Tuesday, July 1st, and I can't believe we're already in July. A couple announcements tonight. Paul Kersey on, I think it's going to be on X. He's going to do a stream, and Jared Taylor's going to be there, Peter Brimlow, and we're going to discuss Z-Man. As you know, or probably know, my co-host for my Wednesday show, Z-Man, he had a very influential blog. He sadly passed away last week. So we're going to be discussing that a little bit this evening. And also this evening, before that stream, I have my weekly roundtable for everyone that's a Substack member. So I highly encourage people to join my Substack. I really do appreciate it. It's in the link below. You can see that. All right. In today's news, Elon Musk and Donald Trump, they're fighting each other again. And it's really sad. It's like when mom and dad fight, you don't want to take a side, because I do admire both men. And I think what it stems from is Elon Musk is really frustrated with the big and beautiful bill, because it's going to add to the national debt and deficit by I don't know how many trillions at this point. And Elon Musk, he came in to help Trump to try to eliminate waste. And he looked at the numbers, and Elon Musk determined, hey, we're in big trouble as a nation unless we get this deficit under control. It's out of control now. We got to get it under control. And he's right. Elon Musk is 100% right. We're headed to a very serious problem that soon we will not be able to pay the interest on our debts. That's why Donald Trump is getting all crazy about the interest rates, and he's yelling at the Federal Reserve that they need to reduce the interest rates. It's not to improve the economy. It's because that's the rate that determines how much the United States government has to pay on interest to its treasury bills, because we spend more than we take in. So the rest we have to get via borrowing from other countries and people via treasury bills. And then we have to pay interest on that. And that interest we pay now exceeds the amount we pay for our military. It's a huge amount. And the higher the interest rates, the more expensive that is. So in order to delay bankruptcy, it's not going to prevent bankruptcy, but it will delay bankruptcy. We got to get these interest rates low. That's why Donald Trump is obsessed about that. So Elon Musk is correct. And then you could ask yourself, well, what does bankruptcy look like? Can the United States even go bankrupt? Well, not technically, because the United States, we could always print money. And but the trouble of printing money directly is it can cause huge inflation. And that could be a potential problem when that comes around. I don't think we'll default on the treasury bills. That would crash the system. But because right now, a lot of people misunderstand that. They think we just print money, the government does as needed, but that's not the case. The government gets the money through taxes, and anything in additional, it borrows from it. And that way, it helps to keep things under control a little bit. So Elon Musk is 100% right, and I understand his frustration. But Donald Trump lives in the world of politics. And in politics, you have to have a lot of compromises. And Donald Trump now, with the big, beautiful bill, one of the key provisions is it helps to strengthen our border and expel up to 1 million illegals a year. And that alone is worth the price, because if we don't have our country, if we just open our borders like under Biden, it doesn't matter anyway, because the people that replace us, they're not going to have a Jeffersonian democracy. That they don't have those ideals. They'll bring the politics they had in their old country, which is a shitty form of socialism, and then we'll look like southern Mexico, everyone in mud huts making pottery or something. I don't want that. That is what's coming. So the number one thing is our survival is to protect our homeland from this invasion. And yeah, finance is important. Elon Musk is right. But until we protect our border and get these people out, it doesn't matter. And we're going to lose anyway. And we already see that's happening in New York City. New York City, at the turn of last century, was like 90% white. Now it's only about 20% white. And you see the results. They're going hard communist. And that will lead to massive poverty, everything. So that's what happens when you replace the people. And Trump fired back to Elon Musk saying, well, hey, wait a minute. Maybe you became the richest man in the world because of taxpayer subsidies for your electronic vehicles and all other things. Maybe we should cut off those subsidies. And he's got a point. I mean, it's Elon Musk. He became rich. He's a very innovative, smart man. Don't get me wrong, but he didn't do it entirely based on the marketplace. He wasn't like some Ayn Rand character out of Atlas Shrugged that just did it on his own. He had a lot of government help and handouts that made him the richest man in the world. So it is a little bit of irony there. Now Elon Musk is upset about spending all this money. Well, a lot of money went to him and his businesses that helped make him extremely rich. So Trump has a point there. So Elon has responded, if this big, beautiful bill passes, he's going to start a new political party. Third parties never work in the United States. The only point this party would have is to hurt the Republicans, because I assume this new party would be one issue, pretty much fiscal responsibility, which doesn't really inspire people. We've tried that before. And you're talking about something that will happen down the line, but most people can't think of that. They just want to understand their day-to-day lives that impact them, the economy and immigration and crime. And yeah, down the line, if America should go bankrupt, that's too abstract for them. So a type of party that Elon Musk wants to form, it kind of reminds me of what Ross Perot did with the Reform Party. I don't see it getting much traction. I really don't. So the only thing this party would do, though, is help hurt Republicans in their races. And I don't really like Republicans, don't get me wrong, but you see where the Democrats are now with like the mayor race in New York City. It's gone extremely hard left. I would say just literally communist, extremely anti-white, hate white people, anti-Christian, promoting the worst sort of degeneracy. That's the option. So you could say, well, the Republicans and Trump, he's not pure enough for me. So I'm going to create this new political party. Okay, but that new political party is not going to win. It's just going to take away votes from the Republicans, because no Democrat cares about the deficit or anything like that. That's just going to, from the Republicans. And then it will help Democrats win. And Elon Musk, that's not going to help the deficit. As bad as the Republicans are, the Democrats are worse concerning that matter. So it's just cutting off your nose to spite your face. It's kind of a tantrum Elon Musk is having, which I understand is a real issue. But I think the better way for Elon Musk to handle this, it would be patch things up with Trump and then continue to work long term. Hopefully we get, let's say, JD Vance as the next president. Maybe Elon Musk can be influential there. I think JD Vance would be more receptive to this, and I think they understand this. But our first priority has to be to secure our nation, and cutting money is very difficult just based on, for example, Trump in the big, beautiful bill, they're trying to eliminate illegals from Medicaid. They're trying to take them off. They shouldn't even be on the system. They're illegal. And Trump's saying, well, let's get these people that shouldn't even be on the system off the system. And already the left is crying and screaming, oh, Trump's going to kill babies. It's a very difficult thing politically to cut spending. And you got to take this in steps. But the first thing you need to do is to protect our border, get the people out that don't belong here, which are legion. And then we can worry about the deficit. So that's kind of where we are with the big, beautiful bill and the Elon Musk and Donald Trump fight. Talk to you guys later.